Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy DeezY. Welcome back to DeezY's Minecraft adventure. If you remember last time, we built the quarry and the miner, and which time the miner, the courier, and the craftsman have died. Somehow he got in there, in our house, and I've revived them, and they're all just chilling in there. But the courier doesn't have his routing order anymore, and that is going to be such a pain to do again, which I'll do all that off screen, don't worry about it. Today we are going to, last time I said we were going to do either the windmill and or watermill, but you know, I'm in the building mood, so I want to build. So we're going to build housing, and it says housing for courier and lumberjack, but it's going to be for all our NPCs and me. It's just going to be a huge mansion type sort of deal. So we're going to do this let's build style, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here we are. Here's the plot that we're going to be building on. Here I get started. It's starting to get night. I'm going to change it to day here in a second. There we go. And I saw this design online, and I thought it was pretty cool. You know, I had to clear out some of the land, but eventually I did get enough space for it. It is a pretty big build. Like I said, it's mansion style, and it's a pretty big build. So I'm using spruce wood logs, some stone bricks, and some cobblestone right there, and some glass panes. Next I'm building like the little deck, I guess, on top. So I'm just building that with regular oak wood. Going and grabbing some fences right quick. I'll put fences around it. And I continue with the stone bricks. And the cobblestone and the glass pane. The design's pretty much the same all the way around, except for it's like sort of 3 different houses, sort of. There's 3 different roofs, and we'll get to that eventually. I hate the roofs. Those are the worst parts. But for your convenience, I sped it all up with Camera Studio. So here's me building the side of the house. It's the same exact, like I said, same exact design all the way around. You gotta add the spruce logs all the way up. Now, this might not look tall right now, but it does get tall. This is only the first and second story. It goes up to 4. I finished adding the fences. Now we're adding the back as well. Continuing to add those spruce logs, and those will become taller as well as the video goes on. Right, now for the side closest to the warehouse. There's not much space there in between the warehouse. Just a few blocks. I think it's like 2. And then I'm going to add the glass panes. Right, now back to the front. So this is where I add the little front balcony, just a tiny one. Just to sort of step outside from the second level. Yeah, you know, you have that big balcony, but I wanted to add a small balcony as well. And I'm building the front side of the house actual now, and I'm trying to figure out here what to do as far as moving on and going up to do with the roof. So what do I decide on? I decide to stagger the oak logs, sort of. And then add glass pane. I think I changed that by the end. I'm not sure. I just took a step back there to look and make sure everything was looking okay, and I begin the roof. So I'm putting the dirt there to start the roof. The first roof, the main roof, I guess you could say. And I'm just using stone stairs for that. Every piece of material I'm using is very common and easy. It's nothing super special or crazy and out there. I want to keep it very basic because I want to keep it medieval themed, right? And I think everything stone, wood, and logs. That's pretty much all they would use for their builds. So I finished one side of the roof. Almost, and as I finish this side of the roof, we'll move on to the next side, in which I do the same exact thing. I actually do change the design. I completely redid all that from the last scene to right there. What you're seeing is completely different. And I'm trying to figure out now what I want to put as just to sort of fill in the sides of the roof. And I couldn't decide really, and you know, I struggled with it, but I eventually went with cobblestone. So I figured it would be easier to do the roof if I finished the rest of the house. So I went ahead and added the second story design along the outside. And it is the same as the rest of the building. Now, like I said, this is 4 stories, so we'll get to the higher stories later on. But I wanted to get the second story done so I could at least finish the roof for the first one. The first building. You couldn't tell, but that was me waving at the camera. So I'm finishing the roof on this side, trying to decide how high to do it. So I'm finished. I gotta finish this side, and then I gotta add a few more to the next side. And then we will, I think I go back to the front and work on it. Nope, I actually work on the, this is the back side, okay? So this is the tallest feature. This is the tallest building here. And this was a little bit complicated to try to figure out, you know, exactly where everything was going to be. I changed the design a little bit on it, as you can tell. I just added some oak wood and some glass pane. Now this is pretty tall. Once you see it in the real world, when we go back through after building all this and checking out the interior, you'll see how big it is. But it is very big. You know, I mean, there's bigger things, but for me it's pretty big because I'm not much of a builder, to be honest. But so I finished the 3rd story, and then I go back to finish. No, I finished the 4th story. Then I go back to finish the 3rd. Now, the designs are the same along all those walls, except for the one which I changed to straight cobblestone, because there will be a roof covering it, so I didn't figure there was any need to add anything but cobblestone. Now I'm working on the top roof on the tallest point, so after I finish this, I think I got one more thing to do. I gotta finish the roof, and then I think that's it for the outside, and then we'll move on to the interior. So there's the roof. Just trying to figure out the design here, and I went with the logs and then the stone and then some glass panes, and I really like that design, and so I stuck with it. And now for the final step, I just added a roof to the 2nd story building over on the right side. I filled that in. So there you go. There's a final look at the finished product. Like I said, the third building's pretty tall. And I think it's a pretty good design. I'm really happy with it, actually. You know, it took me a while, but I finally got it done, and everything worked out great. Okay, wow, isn't she a beauty? That took a while, but I finally got it done. Yes, I did it in creative mode because I didn't feel like it, you know, that's really high, okay? So I didn't feel like doing all this flying and stuff. I mean, going up there, you know, nerd polling and stuff. So I did it in creative. Stone me. That's fine. I need to make a pathway up to here. But anyway, there's not much space in between. It's right beside the warehouse. You know, there's 2 blocks difference. So we're going to go ahead and head in. I've decorated the inside as well. Now I had an actual fire here, but it burned down like half my house. I'm serious, it burned down like half my house. And I had to redo that. That was a pain. So, but our NPCs can just sit here and enjoy the fire, then come get a midnight snack and enjoy it over at our tables. If we head upstairs to the 2nd story, there's 4 stories total. You know, if they want to smoke, they can come out here for a smoke break. Just chill out here for drinks. I'm gonna put some tables out here, and I'm probably gonna get like probably gonna add a mod for that. You know, like a DecoCraft or something maybe. And so that's that. And you can come in this door as well. Let me go shut that other door though. And now you've reached the houses. Right now are the rooms. Right now, this is the rooms we have. Oh, we also have this other outdoor area. These are the rooms, so not much to them. Just 2 beds and chests. That's for all of them. And since we don't have a name for our courier, we just put courier. But we have Jesus's room, we have Mangus's room, we have Benedict's room, and we have our Timmy's room. And we're still missing a room for our craftsman, which we'll do eventually. We'll go up to the next story though, and this is where we'll put the extra rooms if we need it. This is the 3rd story. You know, you have a nice look out at the back of the kingdom over here towards the warehouse. You can't see nothing but the warehouse and the redwood. So there's not much viewage up here too much. I mean, you can see out this way pretty good, and if that's what you want to look at, the desert. But if you head upstairs, this is my room, which is great. It has a great view. I can see the church. I can see the farms over there. You know, the old house. You know, all the way over to the quarry, I can see that. I can go over here and look, you know. And so I got a good view up here, and I liked this room the best, so I made this mine. And I have not actually put anything in my room. But anyway, so there's that. And I probably need to light this up more because, you know, mobs are spawning like crazy for some reason. You know what, for now, I know that this doesn't look good and I will fix it, but for now we're just going to like spam it with torches. Just because I don't want any mobs spawning and killing. And I want to see if I can get, like put our NPCs up here and see if they'll still do their job. If I can find some way to get that working. Not sure if I can or not, because I don't know how they're going to do with actually getting one through this doorway and then down the stairs. And then around all this stuff, they'll probably try to cut through here and try to jump over the tables, get stuck, you know. You know how they do. So anyway though, if you guys enjoyed the Let's Build episode, you know, I put in a lot of work in it. It took 21 different scenes to do to actually make it, you know, how it switched camera views. It's actually 21 different scenes, and it takes a lot of setting up. I know it's not perfect, I'm new at this, but you know, I thought I did pretty well. I like the design of the house, and everything's pretty good right now. So I'll see you next time, guys, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching.